agreed to do a play called White Rabbit, Red Rabbit. And the gist is that I have never seen this play or read this play before stepping out onto stage and being handed an envelope and opening it and beginning to perform this play in front of a packed audience. So that's what's going on. That's all I know. Help.
Red or white?
I think red.
Okay.
Red.
So the first one in front of your...
And I was just told, show up, you'll get an ostrich impersonation. Bring my own water on stage because I'm supposed to drink the other water at an appointed time. I think that might have been it.
My partner Devlin Elliott and I go every year to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. We like edgy, unusual theater, and so we go searching for content. Devlin noticed that there was a play written by an Iranian playwright and thought that would be interesting to check out. And within minutes, we realized we were seeing something we'd never seen before, and we were riveted. And on our way out the door, we both said, we have to do this thing. We have to bring this to New York. We loved how almost terrifying it was for artists. We know a lot of really great actors who love challenges, and we'd never seen a piece where an actor has no prior knowledge of the script. I mean, literally, they are handed the script on the stage. We believe that theater, entertainment, social experiment means giving voice to someone whose voice may not otherwise be heard, and doing it in a way that is challenging and entertaining and exhilarating. And we think that White Rabbit, Red Rabbit achieves all of that. For my own personal value set, I care a lot about voices that have been silenced.
Many things affected me and convinced me to write Rabbit. I was young, I was 20-something, and I had this anxiety dream in which I was on stage, I was performing a show, and the audience members were like close friends. I recall my mom sitting in the first row, and it was a very cozy private show. I had a table on stage, I had one glass of water, and I was directly talking to them, to the audience members, telling them, look, I'm here to commit suicide. So I woke up and I was just like, wow, what was it, you know? And it's like, what if I get everyone, what if I really have some poison in a glass of water and talk to my mom? I can invite her to come and see the show. I love mistakes. I always remember when I was a student of drama, I remember that we had to do, many rehearsals. And very first days, we were fresh, we had the text, we were in the rehearsal rooms, making stupid mistakes and having fun.
For a female reader.
Yeah, I know.
Should identify glasses of water.
We'll be right.
Life doesn't have any rehearsals, does it? You just, wake up in the morning, today is today, you don't repeat it tomorrow. If you do, to me, you're dead, you are not a live person. On the other hand was my situation of not having a passport. All those things together pushed me to come to a point that what if I write a play which can travel on my behalf? It can be written in English, it can be about the nightmare that I had, it can find a way around the Iranian structure of supervising performing arts. It's in your computer, you can just email it to anyone all around the globe. And it can be performed. So that's what I did.
Wait, I shouldn't look through this, right?
Just the first couple of pages are okay, the rest are not.
Being performed in many languages, but not Farsi. Every day in the evening at 8 o'clock, I become really, really sad. Like I do my daily life and I'm sitting and I tell my wife, but I want to be performed in Tehran. I want to go back to my country and tell them my story. Why don't they care about me? Because they're dealing with more primitive problems now. It took me 2 years to get my visa to come to Berlin. So when you're dealing with such problems, would you really care that you have an avant-garde playwright who is doing well? You don't care about it.
us as Americans live in a world where freedom of speech is a tenet of who we are as a nation. A huge amount of this world where people can't say what they want without fear of putting their life in danger or their family's life in danger. Nassim is a perfect example that he writes this play and he's not allowed to travel with it because of his own restrictions in the government, and he's not using that as an excuse, and it's not a comment on that, but just the simple fact that he couldn't is shocking. We loved that in such a divided world that we live in, that it's a person writing about sort of the human experience, about how we are all more alike than we think we are by just being human beings.
One of the beauties of the play is that it can be a man, woman, any race, any age, any gender. But that person who steps onto the stage is playing several roles, one of which is the voice of the playwright.
Still, our first attempts to define someone, or even ourselves, sadly, is talking about nationality, gender, and age. When I see a show of Rabbit and I see people saying my name is Nassim Soleimanpour, I've seen it at least in 10, 12 languages, and I look at them, they're black, they are young, they're old, and they are another version of myself. It's really strange when someone looks you in your eye telling you that he owns your name, you feel like, oh, that could be me.
What do I know about White Rabbit, Red Rabbit? I know the title, I know the name of the playwright, I know that I'm not supposed to know anything, so I didn't do any online research, I didn't ask around. I'm just kind of showing up and trusting that they're not here to humiliate me.
My only preparation is to not prepare, not Google, not think about it too much. I just want to be as vulnerable as possible with it because that's, I think, the whole point of it.
I imagine that this piece, whatever it ends up being, is the kind of piece that works best in its first impression. The spontaneous nature of cold reading the script is part of what makes it so good.
The animal I've been asked to prepare is an ostrich impersonation.
I mean, I didn't spend a lot of time on the ostrich, which will show tonight, my lack of preparation. And by having and promoting a play that you're not supposed to Google, that we basically say, the less you know, the better. There is an idea with, I think, our audience coming in, and even our performers, that they're just going to give themselves over to it. And everyone that has done it and left has been happy to sort of come in blind and experience it the way it's meant to be experienced.
We let the audience know that they may find their smartphones to be very valuable during the performance. And then we introduce the performer. We tell everyone to keep their cell phones on because they may want to use it during the show.
To me, audience is like one of the poles. 200 people sitting in one room, they all have cameras and phones in their pockets. So that's something to use. If you could give it to someone like William Shakespeare, he would play with it. He wouldn't just ignore it. I think it's very important that when we look at a script in 2016, if it looks like a script which was written 600 years ago, that means we're repeating the same mistakes. That means we didn't renew our way of thinking. Each night a new actor, performer comes on stage. A random audience is watching this person. And the whole mechanism really changes, not metaphorically. Theater is always, live and it changes every night. No, it literally changes.
There is a point in the play where the audience is invited to communicate with the actual playwright who is in another country.
Opening my mailbox, receiving 1, 2, sometimes 60 emails from different people around the globe, reading them, laughing them, still crying, because people are like great writers. It's part of my daily life. And that's why my new play Blank is a respond to all those emails that I've been receiving for the last 5 years of my life.
I had a straight up actor nightmare last night. The show was happening and I wasn't prepared, and it was kind of a disaster, and my mom was there scolding me. I mean, I'm nervous just because I still get nervous to be in front of people. I've never kicked stage fright or anything, which is maybe an okay thing. And I remember, wait, this isn't really about you. This is about you being of service to something larger, to a playwright who couldn't leave his own country, so he sent the play out to do some work for him. If all goes well, I'd love to drop him an email.
It's a wild ride every night. There's no predicting what will happen. There's no director. So anything goes inside that theater, and we want to keep it that way. So the less I say, the better.
I mean, that's closer to life than theater is. I mean, we only get one shot to do most things. So I'll just look at this as just a special once-in-a-lifetime experience, and then, do my best.
Without further ado, let's give it up for the great Josh Radnor. We have a present for you.
Yeah.